Hi, my name is Patrick Munce. I am a lending authority, I guess, in some small way. And one of the things I want to talk about is transactional funding loans. Transactional funding loans are the ability for a wholesaler to purchase a property from a seller and either assign the contract or to use transactional funding. The transactional funding process usually involves an end buyer that has to be secured ahead of time, and it also requires a motivated seller, obviously, for you to find the right property, and then it's going to require an LLC or a business entity. Those are the three primary things. There's three parties involved: the seller, the wholesaler, and then the end buyer. The motivated seller would be A, the wholesaler would be B, the end buyer would be C. It's also known as same-day funding, one-day bridge loans, and it's difficult, depending on the state, to find this type of funding as allowed. It's not illegal. The majority of states do have it, but those that don't are sensitive to use of it. It's the difference between what they call a wet and a dry closing, where the order of the closing is important. Most people want the seller to transfer the money to the wholesaler, and the wholesaler gives money to the seller, and then the end buyer comes in and closes the transaction from the wholesaler. In this particular case, there's a lot more latitude, and we'll go into that maybe in the future. But this is an allowable practice within title companies that know how it works and how to do it and how to bring this to a happy conclusion. The reason you need it is because the costs are short-term money lending or renting. You're renting money for a short-term basis that is giving you access to it for the cheapest price possible. Typically 3.99 I think is where we're at. Most people are running in the 6+ range if you can find them. And I say that used to be, like I said, a profound amount of people were doing these, and then it stopped about 5 years ago, and you can't find any of these people doing it now. So I guess what they're doing, at least for clarity's sake, is giving you proof of funds, so the bank and or the institution, if it's an institutional sale, can give you a clear to close based on the ability to close. And then from there, the proof of funds are also required by some realtors or other advisory capacity people that are involved in the mix in these transactions to make sure the deal doesn't blow up down the road. The good news is there's no upfront fees of any kind. That's just not our style. And there is a processing fee, which typically runs about like $900 and something. But it's a lot cheaper than getting hit by 2 admin fees by a regular closing. So I think you'll find that it also works for cash out refinances to some degree and acquisitions, and it's really good for fix and flip. If you decide to go on a short-term hold, we have that funding as well. So we can offer a lot of alternatives and a lot of advantages to you through these type of products, which, like I said, are almost impossible to find anywhere anymore. So we like to feel that we're the people you go to when you need something you can't find, or because you like us and you want to work with somebody who's making it easy and cheap for you. And I'm going to share with you some of the ins and outs in the alternative financing world. And we're going to talk about that. Let's start with fix and flip. If this fits your needs, we'll find something else if it doesn't. The rehab property loans are becoming more and more wonky as the investors get shakier and shakier based on the concerns about forbearance and all the other issues that are going on during the moratorium. The rehab of property loans is good because a lot of the housing stock is pretty old in Southeast Michigan. So we have programs where you can get up to 100% rehab cost, 100% rehab cost, 95 LTVs loan total ratios are okay, and 75% after repair value. Property loans from $50,000 to $3 million. They're short-term loans, 12 to 18 months max, and I will work with people with minimum credit scores of 620. Extensive rehab financing available. The soft costs are included in the financing, so you can roll all your soft costs in for the transaction. And no prior experience required. Let me say that one more time. No prior experience required. Everyone else and his Christian brother is going to make you provide a series of minimum of 3 for the past 24 months. We don't do that. We're looking for customers. So the interest on the draw balance and the 18-month loan term are all available, and there's an optional no-fee alternative based on valuation for standard fix and flip. You'll find that is really what people are often looking for, and we can combine that with the transactional funding to really meet your needs. And one of the other variables is for acquisition only. We'll go up to 75% for most straight up investment properties for acquisition, 25% down, and in some cases as low as 15% down. You can also do cash out refinancing for your business to pay off a business partner. We've got a number of products that are small, they're both long-term small balance loans, which the minimum property as collateral is $100,000. The maximum amount will go up to $5 million. Rates between 5.5% to 9.5%. 650, we may be able to go down to 620 for loan amounts that are greater than 500,000. Loan to value up to 75%, especially on a jumbo. That's a home run. That's unbelievable. That does not exist on the planet elsewhere. 3 30-year terms, 3 years fixed. It may convert to an adjustable, but it's going to be on a 30-year amortization in any case. Funds in most states, and we'll do single-family, multi-apartment communities, mixed-use, office, retail, light industrial, warehouse, self-storage, no raw land or primary residence, however. And we can fund individual or blanket loans as well, meaning that we can take groups of your properties in portfolio and mix them down and then keep breaking them down into groups of 5, so you are free liquidity-wise on the other properties if you choose to keep them outside of the property. The bridge loans we also have are for condo, industrial, people that want to do office, residential, mixed-use, mobile home parks, parking, income-producing parking, of course, multifamily, self-storage, hospitality, retail, and again, blanket loans. Very popular now. People are trying to insulate themselves and free up cash. It's a good idea to free up your cash. 65% to 75 LTV on these short, they're 1 to 2 year terms with plus extensions on them. We can do the equity recapture, renovation, as long as the lift isn't too heavy on the renovation, and refinance and cash out. These are fantastic loans that are available for people who are looking for reasonably priced money. very difficult to find today, especially in the previous credit freeze, which lasted for about 7 months. So now things are thawing out, and perhaps you'd be kind enough to give us a call. Patrick Munce from www.neededfunding.com.